say, having you girls looking ridiculously happy, giggling senselessly makes me extraordinarily happy. Maybe just the topic now we can change. Alright, y'all. So everybody come on in and just grab yourselves 2 cord blocks, a strap, a bolster, and a blanket, and we're starting in our home pose.
Should we have this on? Do you want us to put this on?
We're not going to stay here too long. Alright? This isn't restorative. Okay, so you can see how I've got the cord blocks. One is on the high level, one's on the second highest level. And if you would like to take your bolster as an alternative, this is an easier ride than bringing your blanket to the top of your head so you create that connection with the shoulders and the ears. And we just have a strap nearby. Everybody's got a mini bolster to their right. Hi girls and boys, come on in. Just anywhere you want to go.
Okay.
You can face this way, that way. Yeah.
Should so.
Yeah, for sure. The battery fell
Sorry
out.
about that.
You're fine. You did not do anything. So you're becoming Canadian.
Then you need a spot to put your side.
So you're just grabbing yourselves 2 cord blocks, a strap, a bolster. Is that a bolster for you? Is that too big a bolster? If you feel like you're
Too close to that?
too close, you're going to be okay. Okay, cool. Right on. Nice.
This is good.
Try it. Give it a shot. Lay back over it. That's good. Okay, cool. Right. So you want to look for your joyful ride, your enjoyable moment in the pose. Don't suffer. And we're just going to take our feet together into Adityanasana. If you have a reason why you prefer lengthening your legs, that's also fine. So just bring your soles of your feet together. Yes. You know, you're really good, I have to say. You're not letting anything get in the way of your mind. Just try and let your arms drop down onto the floor. So you can start to create, yes, that sense of the collarbone opening, letting the shoulders drop down. Are you good with it? Okay, I'm going to come to your number 1. So just starting to breathe deeply, we're all standing start a little bit. Just starting to breathe a little more deeply, taking slow, smooth, deep breaths. You're good there. You're good there. Okay, cool. If you want to lay on the floor like Anna is, that's also an alternative. So you look pretty happy where you are. Okay, cool. So this is the time for you. And what really creates that opening through the body is the breath. So if you can start to breathe a little more joyfully, a little more deeply, allowing the sides of the armpit chest to gently lift on the inhale, feeling the collarbone area starting to widen, and the inner shoulder blades to draw in towards each other on the exhale, just allowing the breath to start to move freely through the body, starting to create create some movement inside the body. So we often don't even take the time to breathe. So think of this as an opportunity to start to let the mind go and open the body with the breath. Starting to follow your breath, allowing the breath to deepen on both the inhale and the exhale. Let's press the outsides of the feet together, open and spread the toes wide if you can. Start to feel a sense of the inner thighs stretching and reaching towards the knees. See if you can feel the back of those outer thighs. Again, stretching and reaching towards the knees. Maybe feel your outer buttocks, cheeks start to draw in. As you create that rotation around the head with the bone, that's the top of the thigh. Let's take a few moments now to let go of some of that tension through the exhale. So take a deep inhale, slow and smooth, enjoy that breath. But slow that exhale down, start to participate in that sense of letting go of whatever it is you no longer need. Deep exhales. Tension, leave the body as though you were squeezing that tension right out through your sits bones. So allow the breath to come into the lower belly on the exhale, soften the lower belly, soften the breath to extend the life of that exhale as it leaves, taking with it whatever it is you no longer need. Take the hands to the elbows and gently take the elbows up and overhead. Gently draw the outer forearms away from each other. Feel the armpit chest start to lift through that inhale. On that exhale, start to widen the outer forearms away from the center line. Start to open the armpit chest away from the center line, widening the center of the armpit out to the sides. Elbows back down and change the plasma of the hands to the elbows. Reach the elbows up and overhead. So allow the inhale to feel a sense of the armpit chest lifting. Allow the chest to float on the breath as you linger. Slow, deep exhale, holding all the way through that breath. Outside of the feet, see if you can drop those knees down just a little further. Widen your armpit chest from the center out to the sides, just a little bit further. Breathe deeply. Back down, and just release your forearms. Gently Draw those outer buttocks, cheeks in. So this is where we start to create that rotation around the head of the femur bone. And allow your inner thighs to participate by gently creating that sense of the inner thighs drawing in towards each other, lengthening through the tops of the thighs, lengthening through your big toes. Press your feet to the floor. Feel that sense of the backs of the thighs lifting up. Breathe deeply, everybody. Just a few more moments. Feel those sits bones lengthening towards the shins. Let's release the hips down. Let's drop the knees over to the right. We're coming off of our bolster, off of our bricks. And let's take a blanket underneath the back of the head. Just have your bolster on the right-hand side. Let's come onto the back and gently draw the thighs into the chest. Just take your hands around the backs of the legs, just rocking from side to side, releasing through your lower back, releasing through your hips. Let's take the left foot to the floor, and let's take the strap now around the ball of the right foot in two hands just to start so that we get that right leg completely straight. So it's very common to have the knee a little bit bent and we're pulling down on the strap. Lengthen your strap so you can lengthen your leg, number one. And then let's take both ends of the strap in the left hand, take your right hand to that right hip, and that's actively push that right femur bone away. So use your hand on the top of the thigh and push that thigh away. Push that thigh away, everybody. So don't pull on the strap so that you're pulling and lifting the hip. Press that thigh away from you. Actively taking your right sits bone to your left knee. So imagine trying to take your right sits bone to your left knee. See if you can take your left sits bone to your right knee. So we're pushing that thigh away. And now let's lift up the pelvis. Very nice, everybody. So without lifting this right hip, let's take the strap in two hands. Bring your back of your forearms to the floor, pressing through your forearms, lift your chest. And now let's extend that left leg long. And let's make that left leg longer and longer. So create that sense of lengthening that left leg out through the center of the left heel. Keep going, everybody. Try to make that left leg longer and longer. Take the back of that left thigh down to the floor, lifting up through that left kneecap. So the more you lift up through that left kneecap, the more you'll start to feel that sense of reaching through that left heel. And now let's focus on rotating around the head of that right femur bone. So you can see how I'm taking my hand right to this area to help with that active rotation. If this helps, feel free. And then at some point, we're working toward actively rotating around that right femur bone. Let's make that right leg as long as you can. So start to reach up through that right heel, please. Good job, everybody. So taking that right sit bone to the left knee. Let's take the left sit bone to the right knee. Lift through your pelvis and lift through your perineum. Actively rotating around the head of that right femur bone. Good job, everybody. Lengthen through both heels. So lengthening through both legs, lifting through the pelvis. Nicely done. So that bolster on the right side, just take a moment and tip your right leg slightly to the left so you can tuck that right leg slightly to support the outer right thigh. Let's take the right hand as close to that right foot as you can. So the right arm is straight, the left arm out to the T position. The focus is to keep that left side body to the floor as you open that right leg out to the side. So reach and make that left leg longer and longer. That left hand, the left side of the body is taut like a knife to the floor. So this bolster really helps to create that support to ensure that we're not lifting on the left side. Lengthen from the inner right thigh to the knee. Lengthen along the inner right shin towards the instep of that inner right ankle. Lengthening out through the center of the heels. Good job, everybody. Lift through your pelvis. Very nicely done. Inhale as you lift your right leg up through center. So keep your right hip on the floor, please. Don't lift that right hip up. Take your right leg slightly out to the side on the left. Just a few inches. Letting that right hip drop down into the earth as you create that leg out through the right heel. Breathe deeply so that right sit bone is still drawing down towards that left knee. And you're right on the center of the buttocks. Good job, everybody. Let's go back through center and now release your strap. Lengthen through your heels. Let's make those legs longer and longer. Longer and longer. Keep going, everybody. Lift through your pelvis. And then if you can, reach your arms overhead. Interlace your palms. Reach your palms away from you. Imagine standing on your left leg. Good job. Reach through your heels. Make those legs longer and longer. Very nicely done. Let's take the hands to the strap. Good job, everybody. And let's bring the left foot into the strap and just take your right foot to the floor. Take both ends of the strap in the right hand. And let's push that left hand to the top of the left thigh. So push that left thigh bone away from you. It takes a few moments, so give it a few breaths. Pushing that left thigh away from you. See if you can lift through your pelvis. Lift through your pelvis. Very nicely done. So we're taking that left sit bone actively to the right knee. See if you can take your right sit bone to your left knee. We're working from the center of the buttocks, right sit bone to the left knee. Nicely done, everybody. back of the forearms to the floor. Press down to the back of the forearms to lift the arm to the chest. Let's extend the right leg long. Reaching through both heels. Spread the toes wide. Let's make that right leg longer and longer. Take the back of that right leg to the floor as you lift up through the right kneecap. So keep the armpit chest lifting. It's a back bend. Feel the center of the buttocks heavy to the earth. And now we want to focus on rotating around that left femur bone. So again, you can see how I'm taking my left hand right to the crease and then pressing that femur bone away from me, helping that action to rotate around that left femur bone, rotate around the head. This action is very important for the lower back. Very nicely done, everybody. Oops. Now I did forget, so let's take the bolster. If you need your bolster, bring it to the left side. And just gently take your leg over to the right, tuck that bolster in and under. Let's take the left arm as close to the left foot as you can get it. Right arm out to the side. So remember, you want to keep the right side body like a knife to the floor. Left leg straight, lengthen your strap if you have to, and then open that left leg out to the side. Good job. So we're focusing to keep that right side body down on the floor like a knife. Lengthening from the inner left thigh to the knee. Feel that length continue along the inner left leg through the instep of the inner left ankle out through the heel. Lift through the armpit chest. And let's make those legs longer, everybody. Make those legs longer and longer. Very nicely done. Let's take that left leg back up through center without lifting this left hip. Let's take the left leg over to the right. Drop that left hip down. Breathe deeply, everybody. Don't hold your breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Back so that both hands are on the straps, right foot in to meet the left, take your feet hip width apart, legs straight, imagine breaking the straps, so pull your feet as hard into the strap as you can, imagine breaking the straps, spread your toes wide, lift your kneecaps. Good job. And let's release the strap off to the side. And just move your bolster off to the side for now. Arms out to the T position. And just drop your knees over to the left. Take your left hand on top of your right thigh. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And let's inhale, lift the chest. So feel the chest lift away from the pelvis, and then lift up through your pelvis. So we use the inhale to lift the arm of the chest away from the pelvis, squeezing the inner thighs together, lift up through the pelvis, lift up through the perineum. That perineum is the spot that's in between the chocolate pouch and your organ. down into the left rib. So we create this axial twist. And the breath. Beautiful, everybody. Let's release that left arm. Lift your knees up through center and over to the right. Take your right hand on top of your left thigh. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, lift the chest away from the pelvis. And on the exhale, as you gaze to the left, lift through your perineum. Lift through your pelvis. Left ribs are tracking down towards the right ribs. The gaze is in the opposite direction. Breathe deeply, everybody. Deep rest. Use your exhale to create that detox in the spine. Deep stretch comes on the exhale. Good, everybody. Inhale as you take your left hand over to your right. Exhale, gently press your left hand to the floor. And this is a great opportunity to take a downward dog with our blocks against the wall. So let's take our blocks like so. Feeling in your mat. Bring your palms right to the edge of the mat. Bring your palms right to the edge of the blocks. And don't have your blocks too close together. So it's better for the shoulders to have them wider, especially if you've ever had a shoulder injury. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, roll the creases of your inner elbows forward, tuck the toes in and out for a downward dog. That's it, everybody. And let's come right up onto the balls of the feet and take a moment and linger here as you press down through the balls of the feet, lift your kneecaps, and then lift your upper thighs. See if you can lift your pelvis away from your upper thighs. So let your head hang from your shoulders, from the bottom of your shoulders. Keeping your pelvis as high as you can, keeping those kneecaps and thighs lifted, and take the outer heels down. So we're lifting the pelvis as we take the heels down. So take your time. Continue that sense of lifting up as you slowly release the outer heels down to the floor without losing the action of the kneecaps, without losing the action of the upper thighs. See if you can spread the back of the kneecaps. Outer heels down and press deeply through the balls of the feet to take those outer heels down. Sometimes it helps to create that action of lifting the toes. Breathe deeply here, everybody. Deep, deep breaths. Good job. Release your knees down. Knees wide, feet together. And let's take a child's pose. Up to you. You can have your hands back or your arms extended forward. Entirely your choice. Good job, everybody. Breathe deeply. Full body breaths. Deep breath. Inhale. it. See if you can press through your palms and roll the creases of your inner elbows up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe deeply. Go even deeper with your breath. That's it. The breath is what's going to set you free. And then let's slowly come up. And we're going to do Anahantasana. We did this the other day on Sunday. So just do what you can, everybody. Let's take the hand so that you place the palm right underneath the back of the occipital ridge.
Which side?
Well, let's start on the right side. That's good. That's it. And just start by flexing your feet. So flex your feet like crazy. So take your hand underneath the occipital ridge. That's it. So notice how some of you have your elbow forward. See if you can create a straight line. Flex your feet. So feel the tailbone lengthening down through the center of the buttocks. Just do what you can. This is an amazing pose for imbalance, for scoliosis, for a number of things. Just see if you can start to lift that left leg. Flexing through both feet, just release your hand to see how you're going. So it's balancing muscles. Good. Good job. So try not to roll back. See if you can take your left hand to your left thigh and just hug that thigh to the chest. Hug the thigh to the chest. That's it, just like so. So that this left sit bone is drawing down towards the right knee. Good. Nicely done. So soften your facial muscles. Just do what you can, everybody. See if you can take your middle and index finger to the inside of the leg and grab your big left toe. That's it. So you can feel the work in the spine. So we're flexing that right foot, keeping that left hip drawing down. So we're leading by drawing the outer left thigh away from us as we straighten the left leg. Pulling that left sit bone to the right knee. Just do what you can. So you can stay here, here. Just play with the pose, do what you can. Try to take that left sit bone to the right knee. Tailbone down, down, down. Feel that tailbone lengthen. Very nicely done, everybody. Looking ridiculously happy. This is a joyful challenge. Good. Let's bend the left leg and take the left foot to the inner right thigh. Good. Feel that tailbone lengthen. So draw your outer buttocks cheeks in. Imagine standing on your right leg. Good. Very nice. Feels good. Draw those outer buttocks cheeks in. So the outer left foot presses into the inner right thigh. And that left sit bone is still tracking towards the right knee. Good. Let's take the left hand in front and bring your left leg forward. So a lot of us will need a blanket underneath the head to go further. So just have a blanket nearby. And we're going to come down now and just bring your head onto your arm. Bring the left leg forward. And let's bend the right leg. Take the outside of the foot if you can. back body, take the right foot to the floor, pressing actively through the top of the right thigh. And if you can, move your right knee away from your left. So just do what you can. Don't make this a pose where you can no longer breathe. So try not to run right into that brick wall right off the bat. So we're pressing actively down through the top of that right thigh. The right foot is on the floor. We're inhaling, lifting the armpit chest, gazing towards the ceiling. See if you can draw that outer right buttocks cheek in. So create that action of rotating around the head of that right femur bone. So this is the first stage of Supta Kapotasana. If you wanted to go a little further, you can see I'm nowhere near the finishing pose. You can start to straighten that left leg, taking your left foot to your right hand. You can use a strap or just stay here. We're just looking for a deep stretch, actively pressing down to the outer right thigh, lifting the armpit chest, reaching through the left heel. Just a few more breaths, everybody. Deep inhale, deep exhale. So as you exhale, lift a little further up in the collarbone area. On the inhale, we're lifting through the sternum, but on the exhale, we try to lift a little further up. Very nicely done. Let's release that right foot. Bring your knees together. Let's take the left hand to the floor, gently coming up into the table position wherever you are. Let's take the hands into the table position. So shoulders down away from the ears, roll the creases of the inner elbows forward, buttocks up, tucking the toes. Let's lead with the hips, downward dog. Breathe deeply, everybody. Full body breaths. So look at your hands, look at your feet. This will really help to minimize the imbalance that can start to take hold inside the body. Just making sure that your hands and feet are in line, the palms are spreading wide. You're pressing down through the middle and index finger of the palms. Roll the creases of the inner elbows up towards the ceiling. Kneecaps and upper thighs lifting. Press those outer heels down. And pull those hips up and back. Breathe deeply, everybody. Drop the knees down, and let's take the other side. So if you need to move your blanket, do so. Let's swing around. You all right? You can just swing around the other way. Yeah, and then you can see us. Take your palms, so it's right underneath the back of that occipital ridge, so the head is tracking up. And eventually we're trying to decrease the space underneath the left shoulder. Flex your feet. So you start to reach through your heels actively. Feel your tailbone lengthening down. It's tricky, right? And then just start to lift that right leg. So tuck your pelvis. This is going to help a lot. Feel the outer buttocks, cheeks draw in. Reach through your heels. Make those legs long. Let's draw the right thigh into the chest to start. So remember, the right hip, the right sits bone is tracking to the left knee. Good. Yeah. Just do what you can. It's the balancer muscles, right? But this is an amazing pose for the spine. As I mentioned before, it helps to minimize the imbalance of scoliosis. Draw that outer left buttocks cheek in. So tuck, tuck, tuck. Squeeze your outer buttocks, cheeks. Lift your armpit chest through the inhale. Lift your collarbone through the exhale. That's it. So take your right arm to the inside of the leg. Remember, we're leading with the outer right thigh because the right hip is drawing down. Middle and index finger to the big toe. So really work that left leg as you straighten the right. Draw that right sit bone to the left knee. That's it, everybody. Woo. There's lots of work, right? Feel that outer buttocks cheek working? So there's a new test to determine your physical abilities, and it's just simply sitting and standing up in a chair. They're testing your quads and glutes. Very, very important part of the body as we age. Good job. Let's take the right foot to the inner left thigh, pressing down actively through that outer right foot. Tailbone down. So the tailbone is lengthening towards the feet. Lengthening, lengthening. That's right. Looking at it as an enjoyable challenge, looking ridiculously happy, you get an A+ for enlightenment. Truly, truly. Let's take the right leg down. So we're going to come right down now. Use your blanket. And let's take the right hand to the left leg. So the outer foot to help open the shoulder. And we're taking the left foot to the floor, rolling towards the back body so that the chest is up towards the sky. Move your left knee away from the right. Press actively through that outer left thigh. Inhale, lift the armpit chest. Exhale, lift a little further in the collarbone area as you start to straighten that right leg, reaching through the right heel. Breathe deeply, everybody. Lift your armpit chest on the inhale. Deep exhale as you lift even higher up through the collarbone area. So the exhale, we're lifting above the sternum in the collarbone area as it widens in the front and the inner shoulder blades start to look towards each other in the back body. Lift your belly. Very nice. Let's release that left foot. Bring your knees together. Right hand over to the left. And let's press the right hand as we come up. Everybody, make sure you have a bolster nearby. So just start by extending your legs. And you know how high we sit. It's based on that concave lower back. So you want to be able to maintain some sort of lower back curvature. And just reach through your heels here. Try to spread your toes. You can see this is a real nemesis for most of us. That's it. Lift your kneecaps. So those kneecaps are uber important. Uber important. Try to lift your right kneecap up. Lift your right kneecap. Without leaning back, lift your right leg. Good job, everybody. All right, let's lift the left kneecap. your left kneecap up. Lift your left kneecap. Lift your left kneecap. Making that left leg longer and longer. So without leaning back in your pelvis, lift your left leg. Alright, release your legs. Good job, guys. So we want to create that sense of the femur bones dropping down. So just for a moment, take your bolster and push those thighs down as much as you can. See if you can lift your kneecaps up. Lift your armpit chest up. That's it. So press those thighs down, down, down. Lift your kneecaps. So as you press your thighs down, lift up through your pelvis. Bring your shoulder blades together in the back body if you can. So press those femur bones down. Lift up through your pelvis. Push out through your heels. Make those legs longer. So you start to feel this action coming from the bones. Very nice, everybody. Push your thighs down. Lift up through your perineum. Without using your facial muscles. Yeah. Good job, everybody. Very nicely done. Let's take the bolster to the side. Let's take the legs out into Uttanasana Konasana. Make your legs longer and longer. So again, if you cannot maintain that curvature in the lower back, sit a little higher on the blanket. And let's again take the bolster and press those thighs down. Press those femur bones down. Make those legs longer and longer. Lift up through your pelvis. See if you can take your left sit bone to your right knee. Let's take the right sit bone to the left knee. Lift up through your pelvis, back to the thighs down. So we're going to let your thighs drop down and then lift through your perineum. Without using your facial muscles. Looking ridiculously happy, the enlightened souls that we truly are inside. So you can feel this sense now of lifting from your sit bones. Lifting up through the pelvis. Thank you all for working so hard. Let's take the bolster off to the left side. Take your hands behind the backs of the legs to lift the legs. Let's take the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Take your hands and bring your hips as close to your heels as you can. Grab your feet. Press your knee. Press your elbows down. Drop those knees down. Just in the first few moments, we're just allowing your body to start to become familiar with the pose. But the objective is to start to create some length from your pubic bone up through the lower ribs. So imagine lengthen your nose as far up and forward as you can. That's it. Up, up, up and forward. back bend, so pull up, lift up through the pelvis. And let's come forward again, so keep that leg. On top of the left thigh, and roll right over onto this left side. Yes. So right into the left, let your right knee lift. Take your left elbow in front and right in front of the shin. Left. Yes, exactly. Yes, better, better. And then try to gently take your head slightly back. So it is a twist. That's it. And now let's take the left sit bone to the right knee. Take that left sit bone to the right knee. So over time we can start to feel the space in that left side of the groin. See if you can take your right sit bone to your left knee. Taking that right knee down. Lift off your pelvis. And then let's slowly come up. Good job, everybody. Over to the other side. Your bolster. So we want you to take that right elbow as far forward. The torso is forward, the head is back. And let's take that right sit bone to the left knee, please. Completely surrender the weight of the torso onto that bolster. Deep breaths as you take the right sit bone to the left knee. Left sit bone to your right knee. Try to drop that left knee down. Lifting through your perineum. And then come on up. Good job, everybody. Let's move the bolster off to the side. Just cross your ankles. Let's come forward here into the table position. Shoulders away from the ears. Roll the creases of the inner elbows forward. Spread your hands wide. Tuck your toes, and as you lead with the hips, downward dog. So if you're new to downward dog, take your feet wider. Turn your toes inward so that the outsides of the feet are truly parallel. Lifting through your kneecaps, lifting through your upper thighs. Try to take those outer heels down. Breathe deeply, everybody. Let's walk the hands towards the feet. So, Uttanasana, take your feet again so that the outsides of the feet are parallel. The toes need to be turning inwards. The knees and upper thighs lift, stacking your hips above your knees. Let's try to create that length now from the pubic bone to the lower ribs. As you fold forward, roll your inner thighs at the very top in, pressing down through the outer heels. And eventually, the hands come back towards the outsides of the feet, but not at the risk of bringing your hips behind your knees and ankles. So stacking those joints is number one. That alignment will keep your joints safe. So inner thighs at the very top roll in. The knees don't roll in. Just the top of the inner thighs as you press down through your outer heels. Hands to the hips and slowly come back up. Good job, everybody. And that's all grab a chair. Okay? So everybody grab a chair here. So if you're at home, any chair will do. Really? Any chair will do. So let's start by just having the chair facing forward. So, in order to walk, step off to the side. Actually, let's start with our chair facing this way. And you're going to either have your bolster here for your foot, or you can put your foot on top of the chair. But let's have that left foot facing forward. Either take your right foot to the top of the arm of the chair. If that is too much, then take your foot to the bolster. And we're going to, again, press that thigh down. Just press that thigh down. So take your hands to the top of the thigh and press that thigh down. So you don't want that right hip lifting. So you can see this is probably a little high for me. However, press that femur bone down, reaching through that right heel. Make that right leg longer and longer. Lifting through the right kneecap. Pressing that femur bone down. Let's lift the left kneecap, left thigh back. Again, pressing that right femur bone down. Lift through your pelvis. That's it. Lift through your pelvis. And let's take the hands overhead, you're right there, and link your thumbs if you need the wall. Use the ball. Gently pull your thumbs away from each other, and let's take the right sit bone to the left knee. So we keep that right hip dropping down, that right femur bone dropping down, rotating around the head of that right femur bone. Straighten the elbows, lift through your pelvis. You can take your left sit bone to your right knee. Very nice, everybody. Good job. Let's take the arms down, the right leg down. And let's take the right foot onto the chair. And again, press down through that femur bone. Press down through the femur bone. Lifting up through the pelvis, up through the left kneecap. And let's fold forward. Let's take the pelvis over towards the standing leg. Maybe take your right sits bone to your left knee. And feel the pelvis draw towards the standing leg as you release a little further forward. You can take your left sits bone to your right knee. Continuing to take your pelvis towards the left leg. Lift up through the pelvis. Now see if you can release that binding in the right hip. Fold a little further forward. Without coming up, see if you can step your right foot down and just fold forward. Good job, everybody. Hands to the hips. Let's slowly come up. Good. And let's do the other side. So if you need your bolster, you can play with the height. The trick is not to lift your left hip. So you don't want to take your left leg so high up that it starts to lift the hip. Take your hands and press that femur bone down. Try to have your right foot straight ahead so the right kneecap is lifting, the right thigh draws back, press down to the top of the left femur bone, reach out through that left heel. So flex your left foot, push down. So it takes a few moments for the femur bone. It will resist the effort of pressing down, of dropping the femur bone down, and then lift through the pelvis. Lift through the pelvis. So we're lifting through the armpit chest on the inhale. The exhale, lift a little higher up. Right thigh back. Left sits bone to the right knee. See if you can take your right sits bone to your left knee. Lift through the armpit chest on the inhale. Deep stretch on the exhale as you lift the collarbone up, femur bone down, pelvis up. Without lifting that left hip, arms up, interlace the palms, gently link your thumbs, pull your thumbs away from each other. So dropping that left hip to the right knee. Lift through the armpit chest. Stretch and straighten those elbows. Let's change the length of the thumbs. Good job, everybody. Deep breath. Stretch and draw that right thigh back. Left hip down. Good. Let's take the hands and arms out to the sides. Let's release the left leg. And let's take the left foot to the chair this time. And press that femur bone down. So you really want to feel that thigh drop. It takes a few minutes. It doesn't happen immediately. The body actually, one of my swamis spoke about how we treat our bodies like a donkey and we demand immediate response. The body actually does not respond like that. And funnily enough, neither on. So drop that femur bone down, right thigh back, lift through your perineum. Lift through that pelvis. And let's fold forward. So take your pelvis over towards the standing leg. Left sit bone to the right knee. So with each exhale, see if you can drop down a little further. Maybe you can take your right sit bone to your left knee. Deep breaths, everybody. Go to that deep exhale. Feel yourself drop a little further down as you lift through your pelvis. See if you can actively release that binding in that left hip. So try to soften the binding. And then coming up, let's take the left foot down, Uttanasana as we fold forward. So try to keep those outer feet parallel so your inner thighs are rolling in at the top. Don't have your hips behind your ankles and knees. And then slowly come up. Good job, everybody. So, let's swing the chair. Oh, sorry. Let's take the blanket off the chair. And it would be better to have a mat. If you have a mat, sit on a mat. Let's take the legs inside the chair. And take your feet to the inside of the chair, knees wide. Take your right hand to the chair, your armchair, elbow out. Notice how as I take my left hand as far back as I can, I have to lean back, right? So come forward. Bring your weight into that left cheek. And that's inhale as we lift the armpit chest. Gently exhale as you twist from the ribs. That's it. So the right ribs draw towards the right elbow. We drop that left hip down, sitting slightly back on the sits bones. Use the inhale to lift the armpit chest. So we're coming up and forward. Exhale, twist. Lift through your collarbone area. Everybody, one more deep inhale. Lift the armpit chest. Exhale, twist, lifting through your collarbone. Weight stays in that left buttocks cheek. And we're sitting slightly back on the sits bones. And we're forward, not back. Let's slowly release. Deep twist, right? So take your left hand to the chair, that's it, looking ridiculously happy. We can tilt back to get that right hand as far back as you can. But then let's come forward, bring your left ribs towards that left elbow to draw the elbow out. Inhale, lift the armpit chest. Exhale, twist. Twist, everybody. Lifting through the collarbone area. Inhale, exhale, twist. So the weight is in the right buttocks. Sitting slightly back on the sits bones, the left ribs are drawn towards the left elbow, right shoulder back. Good job, everybody. Let's slowly chair. Good. And let's take the chair. We're just going to move the chair off to the side. We'll do one standing pose here. So let's all grab our bricks, our happy bricks, and just take your bricks to the outside of your feet, standing in the center of your mat. Let's step your feet wide.
Oh, sorry, this is
We all just face me. And just turn your toes in. So turn your feet in. You can turn on that way if you want to. Turn on your arms. Yeah. So turn your toes in so the outsides of the feet are parallel. Draw those thighs back. Thighs back. So don't bring your hips forward. Thighs back. Arms out to the T position. Let's pivot the left foot in and pivot your right foot forward. Let's take this actually let's focus on the feet to start. So lift up through your right kneecap as you press down through that big right toe knuckle. So feel the stretch that comes through the quadricep as you press through your big toe. So lifting through your right kneecap, lifting through your right thigh. The very last thing we want is that right knee rolling in and the head of the femur bone sticking out. Number one, press down through the big toe, lift up through the right kneecap and thigh. See if you can press through your right heel and draw that outer right buttocks cheek in. Left leg. So as you lift up through the kneecap and thigh, roll that left ankle and that left knee out, right sits bone to the left heel. So anchor that right sits bone as you come forward. Roll that left thigh, left ankle and knee out. And just take your right hand wherever it lands. If it comes to the block, great. Left arm up. So press through that outer left heel. Roll that left knee and that left ankle out. Right sits bone to the left heel. So anchor that right sits bone. Very nice. Roll that left thigh and knee out. Lifting through your kneecaps, outer buttocks, cheeks in like a hammer. And then slowly come up. Nicely done. Pivot your right foot in, left foot forward. So press with the big left toe knuckle, lift that left kneecap and upper thigh. Number one, the left knee does not roll in. Anchor your left sits bone to your right heel. Let's roll that right ankle, that right knee out as you come forward. So remember that left sits bone anchors to the right heel. Rolling that right knee and ankle out. Let's take the left hand down, right arm up. So roll that out, roll it out. Outer buttocks, cheeks in like a hammer, girls. Looking ridiculously happy. Very nicely done. Just a few more breaths. So roll that right knee and ankle out. Pressing deeply through the left heel to keep that outer left buttocks cheek in. Pressing through that left toe so that that left knee continues to lift and doesn't collapse inward. Let's all come up. Very nice. Pivot the left foot in. Let's heel toe, heel toe. Let's all come into Shavasana, ladies. So take your bolster underneath the backs of your legs. Blanket underneath the back of your head. And let's take the bolster as close to the buttocks as you can get it so that the heavy part of the thighs are really supported. Good. Take a moment and just tuck your shoulders in and under. Have the corners of the mouth turning up. And just allow the mind to start to completely surrender here. Softening to come, allowing old things just to fall away.